Now
Our
look.
boss does. No, not that. This,
No,
this,
all right.
this
I did
is-
one there. All right, I
Okay,
did
but
one there.
We need 2 here. We need 2 here.
It doesn't always have to be 2 there.
Yes,
Look.
it does. They count them. Yes, 1,000%. You doing
That's
your
one.
own shit. Yeah, that's
one.
not. Yeah, this is what we need to be. This 2.
He called me one day and said, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?" And I said, "Hey, yeah, why not?" And then we
Not that. We're getting to the stories, the fights, the fucking everything that happened. Us not talking.
But you should have like notepads and
But I
stuff
got
like
it
that.
right here.
Okay. then
Think you think about shit too.
Then no, this is what you do, nigga. I'm just a co-host.
Got it.
You the star of the show.
Glad you got that on tape.
Roll the shit.
And go.
Let's get it.
Talking nasty with Ricky. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Everything good, man. I can't complain, bro. Yeah, bitch, I just seen you I was just on the radio with you. What do you mean how I'm doing, nigga? You know how I'm doing.
Hey, listen, we rolling tape. We're here to talk about how this whole situation started. A lot of people always talked about how when they're in a room with me and Nasty, and I'm gonna go light because I went hard yesterday. So when they're in the room with me and Nasty, it's like, yo, y'all gotta film this. Y'all gotta. So we kind of just wanted to take it back and let you know the beginning of things. From your point of view, Nasty, what do you remember this starting off at? Because I have an idea, and at that time, I thought you were a piece of shit. I mean, I kind of still think that. When it first started, where do you remember? Because I'm going to tell you what I remember.
Meeting you?
Yeah, how did it
Really?
start?
Oh,
Where do
shit.
you remember meeting me?
Really, bro? I don't remember meeting your ass. That's
Yeah.
the crazy part. Like, you told me you used to wash my car and all kinds of shit, but I don't remember none of that shit.
Well, I never said I watched his car, but I did. For those that didn't know, like when you talk about starting from the bottom, I did wash cars at the radio station. Now, Nasty, you dubbed me. I asked you, yo, can I wash your car? And yeah, I'm good. That old dusty thing you had, you could have threw me $20.
What, I had the rodeo?
You had the black rodeo.
Oh, wow.
You had the black rodeo.
Yeah.
The shit looked like it was on his last leg. And all I wanted, I was broke as shit.
Wow.
All I wanted to do was get at least $15, $20 out of you.
50, 20. People wasn't paying that kind of prices back then.
To wash cars?
Yeah,
Oh,
50,
my
20. Bitch, that's the
God.
price now. That's crazy.
So at that point, we kind of really didn't know each other, but I knew of you, and I was going to the parties with you and Pro, and you guys were killing it. And for me, I was always applying for an internship at the radio station, and I kept telling no. I was telling no, and I kept going, and I kept going, and eventually, I got hired on to be on the street team.
Right.
And
That's when I feel like I remember meeting you. I don't know when we clicked, but I remember meeting you from being on the street team.
yeah,
And
you
then,
and Nasty, you had
Me and
you
Pro
had the
Dog.
night, you had the night show mix. I forgot what it was called.
Thunderstorm on 102 Jams.
Yeah, that was on Smash. Everybody on the way to the club would listen to that.
Yep.
And then I started driving the 102 Jams van.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Damn.
then it was such a competition because I didn't know what I had got myself into. I was just like working for the station, and I didn't know it was like
Yeah.
teams and all this kind of stuff.
That's when the juice car went up. for
Yeah.
you, because we always. Damn, I don't know. We can give away the sauce.
Yeah, this is what it's for.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So when a person drove a radio station van, that was everything. That means that person, he pulled up to your club, and he turned them lights on that van. It brought the attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let people know that 102 Jams is at that club, and the radio stations back then were a super staple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the station was at your party,
Yeah, big movie, big movie.
It's a big movie, yeah, for sure. So
So I was at that time paying to go to the clubs that you were at, but then working for the radio station and going to, I guess, quote unquote, your opponents, or I don't know what.
No, I remember. Sometimes you would get hired to go to be at a competition spot.
That's what I'm saying. Your opponents,
Right.
your competition.
But then I think we would talk to you. You would do us a
No,
solid.
no, no.
Or you
Hey,
get down on your own.
hey, hold on.
I thought you said this was this for.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
the
no.
jam ain't around no more. They ain't
No,
gonna
so
call you.
honestly, this is exactly what happened. They would have us at the radio. They would send us, and this is where we ended up being cool because actually I thought we were being cool, but you were just trying to get information from me. And I was like, wow, this guy's something else. Like once I caught game, I was like, oh, this guy's a piece of shit, yo. You started calling me, and I'm like, why is Nasty calling me? Like he don't even fuck with me like that. He barely says
What
hello
time
in the
was it?
hallway. Like
What time was I calling?
Bitch, it was a party on Thursday night, Friday morning, you were on my phone. Because I was driving to the competition. And at that time, it was
Oh,
Palladium. Was it?
Was it Palladium or Icons or something?
Shit, I don't remember. I think you guys were downtown. I think you guys took Firestone on a Thursday. And I was driving.
Thursday or Sunday?
No, that was eventually Sunday. I'm talking about
Okay.
the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I don't remember.
And I could be wrong, I don't know, but I
Yeah.
know that you kept calling me and trying to find that information. And then at that point, even though I was always working for the radio station to go against your competition, I was only there from 11 to 1.
Right.
So I would take the van and then make a pit stop on the way home,
Right.
which I didn't know that was like taboo. Like, yo, the 1-2 Jams van is in front of another party and we just paid them $3,000. I was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and wouldn't even give me a drink, nothing. But I think that's when you started calling me.
Yeah, because I wanted to know how the other nightclubs were doing. You
Yeah.
know? When we had a party and like, oh damn, what's up, bro? Oh damn, really? Oh, you just leaving the club? Or I mean,
Yeah, it was slick. You were slick.
one
You
of
were,
them
yeah,
things,
like,
you know
hey,
what
how
I'm
you
saying?
doing, man? I'm like, Nancy calling me at 10 in the morning on a Friday. That's interesting. Hey, bro, how's everything? Yeah.
How was last night?
Yeah. You guys have fun?
Yeah, I remember because me and Pro Star and we all would be like, damn, I need to find out how that party did.
Hey, what'd you
know
tell Pro?
anybody?
Yo, I'm gonna call the Spanish boy from promotions. I got his number. I know he know because he had to drive the van over there.
Yeah, 100%. That's funny.
So I think that's when it kind of all started. And then there was a point where we had one show together. I must have filled in for somebody. And we had so much
Probably
fun.
the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, we
Damn.
had so much fun that, man, I was like, oh, wow, the chemistry was there. And we couldn't never really figure it out. And then we did it a couple more times. And it got to the point, I don't know, I scooted up, you scooted up. I don't remember how the situation, I remember going in afternoon drive and I was working with Pro for a little while, but I think then you had came, Pro had left, and
Oh, we were doing the traffic jam at 1-2 Jams?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Did we do the traffic jam? Because I did the traffic jam for like,
You sure it wasn't 9 o'clock? Weren't you doing 9?
so I did 9 o'clock, but did I go straight to, I had went from weekends to overnights to, I want to say, 9 o'clock at night and then afternoon. That seems about right. But anyway, we did shows, and then for me, my perception was like, yo, this was fun. Like, I could see this going well. And we always talked about it, and we never really had anything. And then I ended up being the first one let go from 102 Jams, which at the time, I cried like a little baby because, you know, I would have bet my whole bank account that my job was safe because I was number one at nights and motherfuckers during the day they were struggling.
That's crazy.
So I really thought like, all right, I don't got to worry about shit. Like the guys before me, they better get their shit together because they gonna get fired around here.
Boy, you can never be comfortable in the radio game. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And so then I got fired, and then I went to Power. You know, it's crazy because shout out to Stevie. When I got fired from 102 Jams, I got fired. I remember like it was yesterday. I got fired on a Monday, cried all night. By Wednesday morning, Stevie had called me and said, "Hey, bring me a contract. I'm gonna get you out of that." Because for those that don't know, when you sign a radio contract, you're in a non-compete for 6 months. So
Yeah.
you can get fired and still can't be nowhere near in Orlando for 6 months.
Working at another station.
Yeah.
100%. Nah, Stevie a real one.
Yeah. And then we ended up doing Together at Power when it was a hip hop station.
Yeah. I know, but I feel like
There's so much in between. And we
yeah,
might
there was
forgot
a lot in between when I really thought you were a decent human being. And I said, oh damn, you know what? I want to fuck with this dude. I think he a solid guy. So
Well, I'll remind you why. There was 2 situations that come to the top of head.
Then we do a Dwight Howard party together.
Yeah, but it wasn't even those situations. We did a lot of things, but there's 2 things that I don't know if you ever remember. One, a guy had came up to you and started talking a little crazy, and I stood up and I was like, "Yo, my man,
yeah.
like you want to talk to him? Talk to me. Come over here, like." You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because I knew that he wasn't gonna talk like that to me, and if he did, he was
somebody
gonna,
was trying me.
yeah, and
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
and at that point, when I had stepped up to him, like his whole demeanor had changed.
Wow.
You know
was
what I'm saying?
this Dragon Room or something? No.
It was around that area. I don't remember what night it was, but it was around that vicinity.
Well, I know you've always done that. Always stepped up.
Yeah,
Had my back. So I don't remember which one this was.
yeah, that was one that I always remember. Man, I wasn't even we weren't even rocking like that. It was just the fact that I felt like. I don't want to call you
Yeah.
small, but but you're a
Try
literal
me.
guy. Yeah, you were smaller, and the guy was my size. And I was like, "Yo, my man,
Yeah.
like, what you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you know?" So I think that kind of gave me some, points
Yeah.
when it came to me and you. And there was so many things that we did together.
Great.
Africa.
Oh man, all
Flu-
the trips. Oh,
Yeah.
We still gotta talk about Power before we start talking about all the trips.
So then we get over to Power. When we get to Power, they believe in what we've had brought. Now that whole time you were over there,
I'm at 102 Jams.
yeah, I kept obviously trying to pull you over, and you're like, "Oh, you my homeboy," like, "Nah, I don't know," and I kept saying like, "Bro, like,
Well, I said you my homeboy because you over there. When you over there at a certain situation, I was leaving a seniority situation where I'm doing the 5 o'clock traffic jam, the most listened to time there is. I don't know, were you doing afternoons too over there?
I was doing afternoon."
Oh, you were, but they didn't have a mix show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We didn't
so-
have a mix show at Power.
Right. So they were debating whether they're gonna do a night or a day mix show.
Yeah.
So I had all that to think about.
But see, you were at a station at that point where they started playing like Britney Spears and like
Oh my
you leave
God.
that out of there. Like
Yeah.
you wasn't playing Ross and Jeezy. You was playing Taylor Swift and yeah. So all that seniority shit went out the window. And I kept saying, "Yo, get your ass over here with us. We're playing
Yeah.
hip hop."
Nah, that's great. Nah, we went on the Africa trip. We went
Yeah.
on so many trips in between us finally getting cool at 102 Jams. I feel like I brought you on the Ludacris Red Light District party in Atlanta, strip club. Crazy.
And then we went to his house,
Went to the
Ludacris' house, which that was very wild.
Very wild.
Yeah.
And what we probably did the Africa trip because when we were on the Africa trip, that's when we were really talking about you
Yeah.
trying to get me over there.
Yeah, you know what I told him? I said, Nasty, I'm gonna remove myself out of here, and if you just listen to what I say, don't think it's coming from me. Just listen. Like you're playing fucking Taylor Swift and Britney Spears. We're over here rocking. You know what I'm saying? Becoming the biggest hip hop station. Like, what do you want to do? Like, this is on you. And I remember.
I'm scared, and I've always been a loyal person. Like when I'm loyal, man, I'll sink with the ship. That's how loyal I am. You know what I'm saying? Which is not a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I finally.
I
made that
remember
move.
where we were sitting at. Do you remember when you told me that you were
What?
coming over and how happy I was?
No.
We were sitting at a Magic game. We done finessed somebody to get some good seats. And, you pull out your phone and you show me an email from Khaled.
Oh yeah. That was probably the final.
Yeah.
The final.
And for the record, Khaled said
Pound the best.
exactly what I said, damn near verbatim, just in a different way. And he didn't want to listen to me. But then when Khaled said it, oh shit, it makes sense now. Let me fucking go. Khaled said it, not Ricky. Khaled said it.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah.
So now we're together over at Power. And listen, just like everybody, your coworker, you're gonna fight, you're gonna argue. But there was one time, one time that.
Oh my God, I ain't talked to this nigga for like 6 months.
And then when he says
And I
that,
work with him every day.
when he says that, that's not even a joke. We're talking for 6 months.
Oh my God.
Now, people that are listening to the radio,
I was done. I was through. I was sick of this nigga, man. I'm sick of him, man.
people that listen to the radio think we're best friends because we'll have a show for 2 hours
Oh my God.
together and be talking and be sort of laughing because he was trying not to laugh, but wanted to laugh. And then as soon as the mics would turn off for 6 months, he'd walk back into another room and wouldn't say a word to me till it was time to talk again.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And we just sat there every day, and that's how it was. He'd walk in, because you'd have to walk by me to go where you were at every day, and wouldn't even look my way for bro, not even 6 days, not even 6 weeks, 6 months. Like, you talk about,
Oh my God.
stubborn.
Yo, for us to go 6 months, ain't only one stubborn here. There's
No,
multiple
because
of us
I tried.
Nah.
I tried to joke on air.
Nah.
When you would leave, I'd say, bye, nasty.
That made my blood boil. Of course I want to talk to you when you saying some slick shit like that, bye, man. Bitch, you know I want to talk to you.
But I was trying. I was trying to make sure that, I had the peace. And I could only imagine, because you wouldn't turn around. I'm like, he got to be smiling. Like, I would have fucking cracked up if he said, bye, Ricky. Deep down inside, I'm like, yo, fuck him, yo. I can't stand that motherfucker.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, that was a crazy
That's
time for
crazy.
6 months to be able to perform on radio,
I know.
still be number one, but yet can't stand each other.
Boy, when that mic go on, we sound like we best of buddies.
Yeah, there was another fight in the early, before we had got to Power. I don't know if you remember this one, and you had got me so mad that I said, I don't give a fuck who you produce for. I'll whoop your ass. And we were in the club, and Marlon came up to me and was like, yo, chill. And then your brother's getting involved.
Really? What
yeah.
club?
We were at Taboo at the time. Was this
Really?
still- Yeah. It was Taboo, I swear to
Wow.
God. And I remember you had got me so fucking mad. And I don't give a fuck what you produce for Ludacris, Cameron. That don't mean a shit to me, man. Take your fucking Hollywood ass out of here.
Really? What would I be fighting with you at the club
my
for?
God, I don't know what the fuck you did.
Oh
But
my
those
God,
to
that's
me
funny.
stand out the most.
I don't remember that one. Yeah.
When did I piss you off the most?
Probably
Besides
radio.
the 6 months.
The 6 months, bitch. That's it. 6 months, boy.
Oh wow. So we had that going on. Then they pitched an idea to us to come over to a different radio station.
Oh yeah.
And,
You ain't gonna say the name, nigga?
No, I'm getting to it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're telling us how it's gonna go down, and we're like, all right, so which station is it? Star 94.5. Now we there. Now it's been 2 years. I've been
I
working
think-
there 2 years. He's
oh.
been home for the last 6 months. He's been working from
COVID,
home.
nigga. Shit.
There's a great situation over there. I think we started off at like 13, and now we're in the top 3. We keep floating back and forth in the top 3.
Yeah.
But that was a scary scenario too. Like, you know, you walking into a situation where you don't really know what's going on, how they're gonna accept it, and thankfully they loved it. You know.
Yep. They loved it and shit. I don't want to say they changed it and catered it to us, but they
changed and catered it to us. Hey, listen, we ain't gonna.
Yeah, nice is a total different sound from what it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
If people are from Orlando, they understand what Star 94.5 used to be, and then obviously when we came in there, changed it, and then you know, Tom Joyner, he respectfully retired, and then we brought on Ricky Smiley, which you know was younger, and then we had added Cindy during the afternoon drive from Miami.
It feels different. You know what I'm saying?
So it's definitely, you know, fresher, newer, great situation over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Outside of radio, we were partners at one time during parties. What else do we have going on?
Well, I don't like saying shit like this, but I gotta admit, you come a long way from driving the van to managing LaJuan James and freaking owning clubs. I ain't gonna blow smoke up your ass.
Oh, well, thank you, man. Thank you.
I feel like I am.
I have to say,
it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I have to say that, you know,
I really seen your grind, so that's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I seen you start from promotions in the van. I seen you try to do your parties, and kind of felt like, damn, you weren't getting the look and the money that you were supposed to get, to finally understanding the game as a promoter and freaking being successful, to now owning a club or 2, and then now getting into the management thing. I feel like a proud parent.
That's hilarious.
That kind of nurtured you.
And that's what I was going to say. I was going to jump in and say, you know, I'm lucky to start underneath that 102 Jams umbrella, because watching you in Pro Style was like I always said, yo, like those guys got it. Those guys got it, right? But I didn't know how to DJ. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to play an instrument. I didn't know how to manage. I didn't know how to do nothing. So I had to figure out a lane where I can rub elbows with you guys somehow, some way. And that's where I went into the radio side of on-air personalities and was like, all right, let me start there. These guys are DJing, killing it. Let me start climbing up this ladder. And then maybe I'll meet them, you know, somewhere up there at the top.
And that's what's special about your situation, because a lot of times in this business, people say, damn, I gotta do what he's doing. Like, and it doesn't work for them. You know what I'm saying? You figured out a situation in your own lane, and you got to where you needed to get to.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope.
Yeah. You guys, you know, with the clubs, how you guys had it on Smash, I figured, let me get in there. All right, they're the 2 top DJs. Let me figure out how to be the radio host guy in the clubs. And then I started, when I started really understanding the business, that you guys cut the middleman out, basically, and said, hey, listen, you know, we can do this. Like, we understand it. Let's stop getting paid from somebody else.
Yeah.
Then I learned that, you know what I'm saying? I remember the day that I learned the business, and my body went numb that day, because when I heard the guy say, yeah, the front bar made $10,000, the back bar made $25,000, so now that's a total of 35. The door did $8,000, so now we in 42-something thousand. You know, my math is right, about $42,000. And they were handing me a $100 bill in a bottle. I said, oh shit! You made $42,000, I got a $100 bill? No! You can't. This
Yeah.
can't be real. This can't be real.
And that's good because a lot of time, new promoters coming up, they think it's all about just, looking good in the club, drinking, and then they don't take the business serious.
Oh man, he used to pick me up to go to the club. He used to take me home. Meanwhile, I'm telling him what he needs to do.
Oh, my
like, yo, you need to
God.
do this, and I'm the right hand man. And now I'm getting 2 bottles a night, and everybody drinks for free. I'm the guy.
Oh, you looking like Diddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
my
making him a
God.
ton of money. And then that's when I realized, wow, okay, so this is how it works. I done told you what to do, and that day I said, hey, listen, next week I will go across the street and tell them I want that club. And I'm gonna tell everybody to go over there.
Wow.
We don't
Yeah.
negotiate this. And then that's how, that literally changed my life to the point where my mom had asked me, was I selling drugs? Because the amount of cash for my family, ain't nobody ever seen that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You walking in with cash and mommy don't, what do you want? Like, order anything, baby. Mom, order anything. Hey, Ricky, ¿qué te estás haciendo? I'm like, nah.
Oh my God, it's all legal money, mama.
Yeah, and then another page that I took out was when I saw you guys starting to do the artist development and management and stuff like that. And you had a few artists, had a few producers, and you guys were always landing big albums, Jay-Z, all the big names. And that was inspiring. And again, I was never musically talented to, hear a beat and be like, yo, this, Jay-Z sounds great on this. Let me send it to him,
Yeah.
Eventually I got to that point, but at the time I didn't. So my next step was management. Well, and actually the next step was trying to have a percentage in a club. And then I had went there with Ono and those guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, you start off as the host and the promoter, then a club owner, and really that's the next step. And so once I had got a little piece of that, I was happy and, got my money. And then I always saw the management and eventually got LaJuan. And you guys, you manage a few
Producers
yeah.
early.
Yeah.
The Runners and Incredibles.
Yeah. They've landed records after records after
Yeah.
records.
Rick Ross, Young Jeezy, Jay-Z, Rihanna, everybody. They were working with everybody,
That's
between
great.
both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so all that stems from, watching you and what you had going on in your life and me trying to figure out. I made the one mistake, though, and this got to tell you how much I care for you and how much I looked up to you, because I so wanted that Slim from 112 project to do so well, and I hid that from you for the longest time. And
You actually, I think you might have let me know in the beginning.
yeah,
That I think you were trying to pair us to work together in the beginning. I don't know what happened.
yeah. Oh, I know what happened. I just don't think you want to say it on tape. At that time, no, all jokes aside, that time you were dealing with everybody. That was at the top of the food chain. And I kept pushing you, saying, look, man, we can get him to do a single song, a solo project. And Slim was coming to my parties, and I was throwing him a party, and we built that relationship.
Yeah.
And I ended up hooking odds and ends up, and we had put everything together.
Yeah.
And that song went top 10.
Yeah.
It was called So Fly. And boy, if I would have known the paperwork back then, my financial situation would be a lot different.
So you're really the reason why Slim went solo.
Well, to me, and the way I look at it is, I'm sure everybody in the world told him he needed to be solo,
Right.
But I had built that relationship with him, picking him up when he coming to town. We go eat, we hang out.
You built the confidence for him to go solo.
Yeah, and you know how I got that confidence? And I don't think I've ever told you this. I might have told you this. At the time, the runners didn't have management. I didn't know you were in the back
Really?
trying to put paperwork together. All I heard was these kids were on fire. And to me, my thought process was to tell Slim, I'm like, Slim, you know, you link up with these kids, you'll be able to bring them to everybody in Atlanta, you know? And Slim said no. He said no, and I said, hey, okay, listen, I'm just, you know, I'm trying.
Cursed your ass out.
Well, you know, one thing about you, you're a sneaky little motherfucker.
This nigga stole him right under my face?
Yeah.
Really?
You're a sneaky motherfucker because you don't tell me shit until afterwards. You'll drop it in real.
Bitch, you do the same shit.
No. I tell you everything.
Bitch, I ain't know about that slim shit like that.
But that was a long time ago, and I didn't know that that's what you were doing. So when Slim had said, you know, hey, I'm going to pass on him, then obviously you guys got a hold of them, and, you know, they were rocking, like straight rocking, record after record after record. The biggest, Mariah Carey, Rihanna, all that stuff. And so I had some juice there to be like, Slim, I told you. I told you. I told you.
Okay.
And so he eventually said, you know,
let me listen to this nigga.
Yeah, you know, let me see what he's about. And then Odds and Ends, shout out to them. They're working hard, and I had told them, yo, cook up a beat specifically geared to Slim. I'm gonna be able to get him to come around. I built that trust. So I would never take credit that he went solo, but I think I did have a good push behind it. Because that was his first solo song.
Of course, it was the first solo song, and it was produced and put together.
Yeah.
So that's,
you know,
of course, that's everything.
That was a scenario that went down, and then true story, that was legit. Slim had landed, and I had picked him up, and then I said, man, I got these kids. Like, I'm telling you, just go listen to the song. Right. So we go to Nino and them's house, and it's an apartment.
Yeah.
He loves the record. They start writing. Everybody's writing. They record the shit in a closet, straight up, hands down in a closet.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Because for you don't come from the music business, but that's how a lot of people record songs.
Yeah.
You know
See,
what I'm saying?
They
use the closet as a vocal booth. But to this day, you always say, yo, they recorded in the closet. Closet, man.
Well, because I've been, you know, maybe I've been spoiled, but I've been around all these big studios where, you know, the base of the studio is from here to the end of the carpet. So that's what I have been used to seeing my whole life.
Yeah.
And then,
but when you can't afford the studio, you improvise, and if you're recording at home, the closet is the best place to get the dead sound and get the vocals out right.
All right, so they did it in the best place possible.
Yeah.
And that record ended up doing well. So
very well.
Now I'm dropping them. I'm leaving because now it's club time because Slim's in town for a club. And I'm calling them. It's like 1 o'clock. Hey, where you guys at?
That song's not out yet, right?
No, they're still recording the song.
Right, okay.
It's the day of the recording. They're recording. I'm calling like, yo, where you guys at? Where you guys at? We just need about another 45 minutes. 45 minutes? He's supposed to be in the club at 1:15, 1:30. Like, we got one. We got it. This is the one. This is the one. And so eventually, that's how all that played out. Slim walked into the club by 1:50. Went straight to the stage, hung out.
Dragon Room.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Dragon Room. It was Element. Yeah,
oh,
Element.
Shit, you had him at Element.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. This is before you was rocking with us?
Yeah. So
really? Oh,
I was doing my party at Element by myself, and
we weren't doing Dragon Room yet?
We probably were doing Dragon Room once a month.
But you were still trying to get your sound.
No. I had brought him to Dragon Room with us.
I remember.
Yeah, but this was Element. I had 3-4 times. So you don't remember, but when I was doing so good at Element, you put a play together, and if this party was to come out now, and the only reason I know it is because it came out on Facebook as a flashback, but the flyer is me, you, Pitbull, Flow Rider, Khaled, and Cooler and Dre.
Really? At
Yeah,
Element?
At Element.
Oh my God, I remember that one.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said?
Golly.
Pitbull, Flow Rider, Khaled.
And what was it?
It was just a regular Saturday night.
A regular party.
A regular party.
God damn, the good old days.
Yeah.
Jesus.
A regular party. What do you think that would cost right now?
Oh my God.
Khaled about 100,000, 150,000. How much is Pitbull? Pitbull's an arena. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah. We were all
Flow
in
Rider.
Element in that party. And I was doing the Saturdays, and then you started bringing stuff to me saying, "Hey, listen, I could do this,"
Damn.
and we were both making money. And then
Really?
Oh yeah, because
Bro,
you
I
guys
can't
were
re-
assholes.
God, I can't remember that.
Oh, I
That's
remember
crazy.
clearly.
What was
It-
the asshole? What
Well,
you mean?
well,
Bitch,
no,
a
you had
freaking
my
damn-
back, but when
$1
you
million party, bro. I'm an asshole. You got $1 million party? Gotta
But-
get a little respect.
What I'm saying is that when I had went to your side of the parties, because I was always knocking on your door, your and Pro door, to see how I can help, and then that's how I got in, because you came to one of my parties, the Yes Party, and then you was like, "Oh, this motherfucker might be doing a little something." Hey, come here, Chico. You saw dollar signs like a motherfucker. Hey,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna put this
God.
motherfucker on my team.
That Yes Party was
Yeah.
so sexy.
Yeah.
That's
Shout-
the problem, because I used to tell you, you didn't understand what you had. Rico, I used to say, yo, bro, you're a decent looking kid. All
Say I'm
the
handsome.
girls come. I ain't gonna say you fly nigga. You a decent looking kid. Bro, all the girls in
Yeah.
the city, they all wanna sleep with you. You have to
Yeah.
use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
That's why we ended up working with you at the Dragon Room.
Yeah.
I said this little decent looking kid
Knows how to
know-
talk. No more. Go ahead, say it, Daddy.
every
Give me my
girl-
flowers, Kua. Give me my flowers.
He know every girl in the city, and they all want to be with you. And you're single, bro. You need to use that to your advantage. We gotta get the parties popping, blah blah blah. And yo, you always had.
And you know what's
The
crazy is
flyest
because there was a point where
And I would get mad at you because when you would have a fallout with a chick, you would cut them off. I said, no, nigga, you don't cut them off. You don't just sleep with them and cut them off, bro. You have
Really?
to free.
really, I know it's a podcast, but really?
I thought everything goes.
Okay, we got to hold a little bit back.
All right. Well,
Nah, go ahead, man.
yeah,
It is
nah.
what it is.
So I used to be mad at him. You know, I would be like, yo, bro, if you sleep with these girls, you gotta still keep a good relationship with them. Don't cut them off, bro. You stay cool with them.
Yeah.
So they can keep coming to our parties. And so that's one for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Be a great guy. Don't be an asshole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And keep the vibe going. And
We
you
had,
got it. Eventually you got it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I started realizing, and you know, this, like, when people bring up parties in Orlando, sometimes it cracks me up. You're like, yo, this party's legendary. No, man, you paid LeBron James $15,000 to be there at the party. That ain't legendary to me in my eyes. So when I have found out the formula. The bad girls knew all the basketball players. So if I had all
yeah.
the bad girls come in, the
Yes.
basketball players was right behind them.
Dragon
And then,
Room.
yeah, and then that was to me a legendary party because we didn't spend nothing. And
Yes. Oh my God, Dragon Room. We had all
Yeah.
the big boys there.
yeah, and everybody was coming around.
Everybody.
Yeah, that was to me a legendary party, and you know,
Yes.
you can't even imagine somebody wanting to pay $100 when nobody's performing, like, and they were doing it, and it was like, wow, like,
They had all the honeys in there, boy.
yeah, that was.
Quality.
Yeah, that was, and you know, and you know what's funny? I'll remind you a situation. I was just y'all host on First Tuesday. Y'all were making a killing off of me for like $50, maybe $100. I don't even remember how much it was.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll remember
that. I had to leave early one day, and Chino said, "Ah, man, you left early, man. You can't get all your money." What?
How much did we owe you?
I don't even remember how much it was, but I just remember the situation.
500?
500. No, no, y'all was feeding me crumbs while y'all was eating. But I was cool because I was getting into the
Yeah.
right situation. Sometimes you got to give up something to get some.